I'm going to teach you a way to do any type of writing. Now, this could be for assignments, essays, poetry, anything. Say you have to do an assignment and you've got heaps and heaps of reference books and you've just got notes everywhere. This is a simple way to do things. Or say you have to write a story, or you want to write some poetry, or you just want to, get your thoughts down on paper and put it in some sort of form. And I was taught this many, many years ago, probably nearly 2 decades ago, and it's called mind mapping. And for those of you who don't know, mind mapping involves getting an idea or a word, put it in the middle of your piece of paper, circle it, and then whatever comes out of it, like a kind of a spider web if you like, the word or idea that it generates. And for an example, I'm going to show you one. I did this all in the space of 5 minutes. This is how good mind mapping is, because it gets your left, remember I've spoken about right and left brain before? It gets your creative part from your right brain to think of words and your left brain's connecting them. Anyway, my word that I chose is tree. And you can see here, my mind map. I hope I can show you properly. And out of all those words, in about 2 minutes, I wrote a poem. And this is, or a poem, and this is how it goes. Oh, how I remember those happy days of summer, and in the backyard, the big old tree. I climbed its gnarled heights and felt free. Then autumn came, its leaves turned brown and red, and every night out of the window from my bed, I could see the dark silhouette of my old friend and watch the wind whistle and blow as its branches gently bend, waving to me to my childhood dreams every night. Then I'd wake in the morning to see the tree shading the sunlight. That's just from those words. I'll put it up and down so you can see side to side. So you just try that. It's called mind mapping. I didn't invent it. So I'll just get another piece of paper and say you had an assignment you had to do, and your assignment was, say, on chemistry. So let's say it was on atoms, okay? So we write down in the middle of our piece of paper, atoms, and we circle it. Then we might write bonds, chemical bonds, electrons, equations, the compound, what it's made up of, what it's made of. And so this is our chemistry assignment we're doing. And I'll just quickly show you so you can get the idea. I hope you can see that because it's in pencil. Can you see? So this is called mind mapping. I would even recommend this if you have something to do. Another thing I want to teach you is, say you get a great idea and you don't know whether you should go ahead with the idea. Then what you do is called a cost benefit analysis. So say I wanted to buy a piano. On one hand, I would write, I want piano, to say I didn't want piano. So I didn't want piano. I'm just teaching you two different techniques here. Then under each, I'll show you in a moment, you will have 4 columns. I'll show you in a minute. Under each one, you will have what is the benefit, what is the disadvantage or cost, what is the benefit of not having a piano, and what is the disadvantage or cost. So this you can do for any idea, say you wanted to go overseas to Bali, or what, this just comes in practical for any life situation. So I'll hold it out. I hope you can see that. So in other words, what I have done is I pretended I wanted to buy a piano. So on one hand, I've put what's the cost of having a piano, so the advantages and disadvantages, and then what's the cost and benefit of not having a piano. Do you get what I mean? So you can do this with ideas. This is also helpful with addiction, with whatever addiction it may be, gambling. I want to spend $10 a day on the races. What's the benefit of spending $10? What's the cost and disadvantages of $10? Then say I didn't do the racing. What's the cost and what's the benefits of not doing that? Do you get the idea? I'll show you very quickly again. I hope you can see that. Thank you very much, and love, my phone's ringing. Bye. Take care.